Hi dear students, now we are going to talk about nature of bonding of carbon from the chapter Carbon and its compounds. Carbon and its compounds. Students, in the last class we have discussed about the chemical bonds. Different types of chemical bonds are there. So as per the 10th standard syllabus is concerned, we need to learn about two types of chemical bonds. One is covalent bond, other one is ionic bond. A bond between non-metal and non-metal is covalent bond, which forms due to mutual sharing of electrons. When one pair of electron is shared between two atoms, that is like hydrogen molecule we have discussed in the earlier class, there is one pair of electron is shared between two hydrogen atoms, that is called as a single bond. In oxygen molecule, two pair of electrons are shared between two oxygen atoms, which is called as a double bond. Double bond. Nitrogen case, there is a three pair of electrons are shared between two nitrogen atoms, that is called as a triple bond, right? So bond between a non-metal and non-metal is generally that is a covalent bond. Whereas for the ionic bond is bond between metal and non-metal. Bond between metal and non-metal. So in the ionic bond there is a complete transfer of electron takes place from the metal to the non-metal. This is a electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions. Metal generally it has a positive charge, non-metal will attain a negative charge. Electrovalent bond or ionic bond is formed between two oppositely charged ions. Positive charge ion is called as cation, negative charge ion is called as anion. Now we will discuss about type of bonding with the carbon atom, type of bonding with carbon, right? So carbon we know symbol is C, atomic number 6, electronic configuration is 2, 4. So according to octet rule, it will try to get the 8 electrons. Let us see what are the possibilities. For carbon to get octet is 8 electrons in the outermost shell. There is a possibility, 3 possibilities are there. Let us discuss about those possibilities. So here 4 electrons are present in the outermost shell. So one possibility is carbon can gain 4 more electrons. Electrons generally indicated with the E minus. When it will accept the 4 electrons, then it will get a 4 units negatively charged, right? C4 minus ion it will forms, right? So carbon atomic number 6 we know. It has 6 electrons and 6 protons. When it gains 4 electrons, then the number of electrons will become as 10, but number of protons will remain unchanged, it is a 6 only. With the 6 protons inside the nucleus, it cannot hold the 10 electrons. It is very difficult to hold the 10 electrons with the 6 protons inside the nucleus. It is very difficult to hold the 10 electrons with 6 protons inside the nucleus. Next, let us discuss about the second possibility. Second possibility is, I am writing the electronic configuration of carbon once again. Carbon atomic number 6, electronic configuration is 2, 4. So, first possibility we have discussed about when it will try to achieve the 8 electrons in the outermost shell, so it can accept the 4 electrons. But it is very difficult to hold the 10 electrons with the 6 protons inside the nucleus. So there is a one chance it can lose, it can lose this 4 electrons. So there is a 4 electrons, if it loses, it will get a duplet configuration. So C minus 4 electrons, then it will get a C4 plus ion. Then it will get a duplet, but removing the electrons, 4 electrons, it will requires large amount of energy. So removing the 4 electrons from the carbon, it requires large amount of energy. So when we remove 1 electron from the carbon, so it will form a C plus. After attaining the positive charge, it will become very difficult to remove one more electron. So one more electron it is difficult, then 4 electrons it is impossible to remove from the carbon, right? Removing 4 electrons from carbon requires large amount of energy, so it won't favor us to lose the 4 electrons, right? Only the one way it has, it will share electrons, it will always form a covalent bond. So only one way carbon has only one way carbon can share 4 electrons with other atoms. It may be carbon also with the other atoms to form covalent bond. So students, we have to memorize that carbon always forms a covalent bonds, right? So carbon always forms covalent bonds. So we know covalent bond forms due to mutual sharing of electrons, right? Electron pairs. If one electron pair is shared, it will form single bond. 2 electron pairs are shared, it will form a double bond. 3 electron pairs are shared, then it will form a triple bond. Now let us discuss about versatility of the carbon. Versatility of carbon. Carbon has special ability of self-linking, that is called as a catenation property. Ability of forming bonds with other carbon atoms and with other monovalent atoms. Generally, catenation is a ability of self-linking. Catenation is ability of self-linking. So carbon can make a bond with the other carbon atoms to form long chains. C, like that they can form long chains, and there is a possibility of forming double bond also between two carbon atoms C, like that. There is a possibility of forming triple bond like this, right? And they can make branches C. It can form a bond with the four other carbon atoms, it is possible, and it can also make a bond with the monovalent atoms like hydrogen, right? C, like that. Carbon has a special ability of self-linking, which is known as catenation property. And other property is the valency of carbon is 4. The valency of carbon is another reason. Valency of carbon is 4. A carbon atom can form 4 covalent bonds. 4 covalent bonds. It may be 4 single bonds, 1 double bond, and 2 single bonds, 1 triple bond, and 1 single bond. Let us take some examples in which a carbon forms a single bond, double bond, and triple bond. Dear students, carbon, due to catenation property, it will form a number of compounds. So in the books generally it is given as a 5 million compounds, but now it has reached almost to the 10 million compounds, right? Carbon valency is 4. Then carbon make a bond with the 4 other atoms, like monovalent atoms we can take hydrogen. For example, we are taking a particular compound. This name of the compound is methane. Formula is CH4, right? So actual model of this molecule will be like this. Okay. So one carbon is attached with the 4 hydrogen atoms in the methane, right? This we can indicate as CH. This is a 3-dimensional representation of methane. That is, it is one side having the hydrogen which is towards us, and the other hydrogen is away from the observer, which is called as wedge dash formula, wedge dash representation, right? 3-dimensional representation of methane. So carbon, which is bonded with the 4 other hydrogen atoms, its valency always 4, and it will try to make only the covalent bonds with the other carbon atoms, as well as monovalent atom like hydrogen. In some of the organic compounds, carbon will bonded with the oxygen atoms, nitrogen atoms, sulfur atoms, like that. It will make a number of bonds, number of compounds it will make, right? So sometimes it will have the double bond like this. This is one carbon, there is a double bond. These two links, they can represent a double bond, a C double bond C. This is H. one side hydrogen, the other side it has hydrogen like this, right? C double bond C, H, H, and you can count the number of bonds for the each carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds for this carbon. Similarly for this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds for this carbon. So carbon valency always it is 4. It will always forms a covalent bond. Generally it will forms a covalent bond. It may be double bond. It can able to form single bond with other carbons also. It can also make a triple bond. Like for example, we can take C triple bond C. The other side it is as a one valency only free, so it will make the single bond. This side it may be connected to other C like that. C like this it will form single bond, double bond as well as triple bond, right? Thanks for watching.